Can somebody come and save me? I just wanna know. I wanna know.
I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red, I could.
I could run through the fire.
Conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red, I could.
I could run through the fire.
All right. How is it going, everybody? It's another beautiful Thursday live stream, don't you know? We're changing it up today, as you might have seen. You know, this is my last night in RF4 on this current account. And why is that? Because we're gonna hit the reset button, unfortunately. I feel really bad because we've had a lot of great people give me awesome rods like this Siberia Linear S60L, and people gave me the balsa joined like lures and stuff that they like handmade in the game for me. But unfortunately, we're gonna reset the game, and it's because I'll let the people have been wondering what I've been up to these past few weeks. Well, I've been working on a leveling guide for Russian Fishing 4. Not just for levels 1 to 10 or 10 to 20 or what have you. We covered the entire game of Russian Fishing 4 in one 25-minute video, and the only reason it's 25 minutes long is because there's 15 additional tips at the end. And this was made in accordance with the developers of Russian Fishing 4 to just add a little transparency to the game to let you know what you could be doing at a certain level. And I thought that was super important to do because I, for one, come into Russian Fishing 4 and you have all these water bodies and you have all this gear and you're just like, okay, how do I do it? And there's the rigs setups and it's just like, oh my God, where do I even start? And so I just thought it would be super helpful to just start somewhere and put something together, and hopefully people found it helpful. So that's what I've been working on for the past few weeks. I think it's super cool, and I hope everyone else thinks it's super cool. Hopefully it comes out on Saturday. Still waiting to hear from the developers, but we will see how it goes anyway. But we are at Kuori Lake at the moment. I'm gonna be doing some fishing. This is where we ended up. Well, I will say, I know Mr. Moneybags over here, I have 225 silver coins to blow through. So you know, we can do whatever we want. We are like a kid with a $20 bill right now, and we can do whatever we want. So that's what we might do. I thought maybe for now I might run over here and see if we can pull any pike out of these reeds. Oh, we did not toss that as far as I thought we would. It's okay. This is a little shallow diver crankbait. We might need to get closer to the reeds over there. Might need to get closer to the reeds over there. Oh, that's really shallow water. How pretty! Well, who's in the chat? We got Taven States, Jackson Dunbar, Harley Lucas, Fake Outdoorsman's in the house. Good deal. Always love to see that. You ready for the big buffs? There are buffalo in this game. It's quite possible. Julius, William, Jesse, Hamster, Jackson again, TPB, Westward, Tornado, Wrangler, Harley Lucas, Joe Stanley, Dylan, Adam, Lachlan, Mr. Howie, Jacob, Amber. Good to catch you again. You as well. You as well. Let's see if we can catch, while we're talking about catching stuff, let's see if we can catch a pike here. I'm hoping we can. Might need to try a different lure if this guy is gonna be such a pain to it's gonna be such a pain to increase the retrieval speed. Such a pain to cast. My skills, I know my skills aren't super high as far as spin fishing. You can see fishing with a spinning rod. I guess it's at 6. So technically it's not bad at all. But yeah, it's just not a heavy enough lure, I guess. Really whip it out there. Hopefully we can entice something to come along and grab it. We'll see. I was looking at the Discord. One big thing that can help you out in the Discord, one thing I mentioned multiple times in the guide I created, was that, let's see if I have a here we go. Try this. Yeah, if you go into the Discord for Russian Fishing 4 and you go down to a tab in the community called here, I'm going to hide my camera so you can see. You go to the tab called spot sharing. You can literally click on whatever location you're at and it will share like recent bites for that location, which has been super helpful. So I could click on Kuori Lake and people will be sharing like the gear they use to catch stuff, where they went to catch stuff, what lures they used, different fish they caught. So it's super cool. And when I was creating the guide for it, that was definitely something I looked at a lot to make sure I was using the right stuff and I could target certain fish I was going for. Hello from Malaysia. Hello. Call of the Angela. What? Calling Angela. What platform? This is on PC only, unfortunately. I wish it was on console. I talked to the developers today, and they honestly thought that if they did come out with a version of Russian Fishing 4 that worked on console, by the time it was finished, consoles really wouldn't be a thing anymore. And so they're kind of hesitant on making a console game. They're like, nah, I think we'll just focus on computers. But yeah, we'll see. I think I'm gonna have to. I was so excited about this lure, but I just don't think it's getting out deep enough. Maybe if we get into a boat, we can cast into the weeds over there. Let's run back to the village. Give this another go. I was excited about this lure, but yeah, it's just I can't cast it out very far. What's up, Bo? What's up, Lachlan? How you doing? Just got to Kuori. What's your setup? Wait, don't want to wreck my stuff. I'm level 20. I am level 21, so I'm not far from that. I'm using a reel that's 7.5 kgs. My rod here has a load capacity of 15.4 kgs, and so I'm using 15 kg line. It's all around 30. I think it's at 33 pounds right there, so it could easily handle, you know, a pretty decent sized pike. Unless we get into a monster pike that's over 30 pounds, then we might be struggling, but I think we'll be doing okay. Let's get the bow. We'll go over and see if we can get some of the pike out of the weeds, and if not, we'll troll around with one of the husky, the jointed minnows or whatever they were, balsa wood dealios, and see if we can pull out some fish from some of the deeper areas, some of the char or the lake trout and all that jazz. I'm not sure if we have. We do. Good deal. We still have a ticket for the boat. Oh, go down the stairs. What? It said that I had. Oh, now it says I don't have one. Okay, never mind then. I was wrong. Not sure why I bought a 2-day rental, but all right, let's go. Ah, dang. Turn radius is not great. Here we go. Yeah, baby. Now we're going. Woo! Beautiful lake. That is actually right there. That little periwinkle house right there is actually a house that you can purchase in the game and hang up some of your favorite rods and reels and trophies and medals and stuff you win in competitions in the game. And then also, if you get big fish, you can mount them and put them on the wall in there. There are a few different houses in Russian Fishing 4, but that's one of them right there. Want to be, it's been over a year, want to try again. Try again at what? What are we talking about? Are we talking about Russian Fishing 4? That brings up a good point here. Let me just go ahead, introduce something to you all. Let me stop the music real quick just so we don't interrupt it. But yeah, give this a go, will ya? In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on leveling up your character in Russian Fishing 4, the most realistic fishing simulator on the market. If you've been wondering what the officially recommended path is to take on your fishing journey, as well as have an interest in 15 additional helpful tips, well then make sure to watch to the end of this video, because this information comes straight from the Perch's mouth, which is to say, the devs helped me write this script. So, without further explanation, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, pack your tackle boxes, and give thanks to RF4 for sponsoring this video. And of course, let's cast into it, everyone.
It's Bo Angle. The legendary Bo Angle.
Goosebumps, I'm telling you. So, like I said, that's what I've been working on for the past few weeks, is a leveling guide for the entirety of Russian Fishing 4, from level 1 to level 34 when you unlock the Norwegian Sea and can go fishing for those ocean fish. It should be a pretty cool video. I hope we can put it out on Saturday. And the reason why this is my last time on this account is because we are resetting it. And we're going to start back at level 0. And like I had said last winter, I had mentioned that I was going to do a playthrough of Call of the Wild the Angler, but unfortunately, Call of the Wild the Angler decided to shut down and not continue their game. So I thought, well, this could be a great opportunity to finally take serious a beginner series for Russian Fishing 4. Well, we have the old playlist. It has like 4 videos or 5 videos in it or something like that. I think I'll put old in parentheses on that playlist, and we're going to start a playlist of beginner series on Russian Fishing 4 and just have fun with it, I think, anyway. Just see what we can catch, level up from level 1, even if they might be hour-long videos for all I know. Starting at level 1 and going to the end of the game is the goal anyway, but I'm hoping I can make mistakes. I can show people different things to do to maybe avoid mistakes. Yeah, we'll just see what we can do. Let's go ahead. We're going to turn off the engine here, stand up, and get out that old rod again. One is it? Oh, yep, good. Good. Start up the music again. Forgot to start up the music. So anyway, yeah, that's the plan. I'm excited. Oh, a big cast. There we go. Might get into some fish. Hopefully. If not, we're gonna have to change it up. Thought this lure would be cool, but it's not. It's not diving down very much. Diving down like 6 inches. I'm not sure if I'm just doing something wrong. It says the depth is 30 centimeters. I guess that is pretty shallow. Switch up our lures here in a second, though. Since it doesn't seem to be enticing any pike anyway. I unfortunately don't have the skill yet to use topwater lures. See, the topwater lure is where are you? Fishing with topwater lures right here at 60%, and I'm at 42.7%. So I would need to keep working 18% more to add my skill fishing skill to unlock topwater lures, which I know pike love because I caught a few on topwater lures while I was doing that. Let's see here. You just use spinners, I suppose. 5.5. Trying to think. These don't dive down very much. Can we use these? Something about them doesn't seem like they're right. It's also very lightweight, which we might not be able to use. Ah, well, here, let's try this. Runa Hunter, that might get something. Look how much further we casted that. That was ridiculous. All right. Is this on Xbox? It's not on Xbox, unfortunately. Not on Xbox. I think Ultimate Fishing Simulator has some maps where you can ice fish as well. Yeah, it does. We actually did a live stream earlier this year or last year, maybe, where we ice fish in Ultimate Fishing. It can be kind of fun little change anyway. It's kind of just a basic game though, so it kind of gets old, but we might have to give up on our pike fishing goals here if we continue to fail. Maybe we can try to jig this from the bottom. Let's let it sink down to the bottom. Then we're going to try to jig it. Oh, fish on. There we go. Little jig step, and all of a sudden, fish on. It might have just been a coincidence. Yeah, letting it sit to the bottom, and then it's a tiny, tiny little pike. Did the deed, though. Little tiny thing. My God, 17 XP. Okay, that's it. It's working though. That's the good thing. That's the change we needed. Maybe let it sink down to the bottom and then do a little jig step back to us. Oh my God, dude! Immediately again. Little bit bigger fish this time. So this is also a decent way of catching Volga Zander if you're fishing on the Winding Rivulet or on any map where Volga Zander is around. It's kind of like a walleye. Doing this little jig step from the bottom is a good way to go about it. Letting it sink to the bottom there. And then I have my retrieval speed pretty high. And then I'm just kind of pulling it along, stop and go style. Not telling me I'm getting a, there it is, okay. I'm gonna say, it's not telling me I'm getting a jig step, unfortunately. Maybe I'm being, there we go, fish on. Fish on, fish on. Another little pike. Should I start my own Discord server? You do whatever you want, man. You do whatever you want. If people are even talking about it, or, you know, it doesn't hurt to throw it on there. You know, have it as an option, even if it's just a few people. I will say, until you start getting, unless they're just very active on Discord, like switching between Discords can sometimes be like, even though it's not that hard, can sometimes be tiring for people. Like they just want to sit on one Discord. So yeah, unless you have a few hundred people that chat a lot, like I don't know how many people I have on my Discord, maybe around 400 or 500. And even then, there's certainly days where no one says anything and it just feels dead in there. There we go, fish on, fish on. I'm so glad we figured out this jig step with the spoon. That has been making a big difference, even though we're only really getting into some smaller fish. At least we're catching fish, you know. Hey, we passed a kg. Have we been passing a kg, or is that the first one? That's the first one. Okay, top notch. Cast one over here. Yeah, that is next to that log, though. I hope we don't get snagged into it. Oh my god, immediately. On the drop. On the drop. So all I'm doing when we get hooked into these fish is I'm holding control and right-clicking with my mouse, and that's doing a hook set animation. Small guy again, less than a kg. But by doing that hook set animation, it's making sure that that hook is solidly in there, you know. There we go. Decent sized fish that time. Feel free to do a few different hook sets if you want to make sure that it's really in there. Yeah, another pike. Good deal. We certainly have the drag to get into some decent sized pike. That's the biggest one so far. Still pretty small XP gain, but kind of fun anyway. We have quite a ways. We have an hour and a half, so we can do all sorts of stuff. This is going to be our first retrieve where we don't catch anything. Sometimes, with the water being so clear, you can actually see the fish come and grab it. Not sure if that's going to be the case this time. Might be our first retrieve with nothing. Toss one way over there. Those further weeds this time. Fish on. Oh, decent fish again. $30. What the frick? What are you talking about? What's $30? Ultimate Fishing Simulator's $30? Oh man. That's an expensive game. That's for one that's kind of dead. You know? 1.43. What is why do we keep catching these smaller fish? Is it the hook size, you think, or the spoon maybe that we're using? Is it just a smaller spoon? I'm trying to think here. Didn't look too small. It's 11 centimeters long. How many is that? That is, it's like a 5-inch spoon. You think the hooks on it are just small? Possible. Let's take it off and see what the hook sizes are. Maybe that's the difference. There's 3-aught hooks. This is a big one. Okay. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Okay. Well, let's just tie it back on, I suppose. We're just getting into small fish. Maybe the big fish just aren't fooling. They're not fooling for this hunter. £100 mirror carpet weeping willows. Best you've got so far is 90 pounds. Man, that's awesome. What happened to the max drag setups in Fishing Planet? Yeah, the reels aren't allowed to go to max drag anymore. I mean, they can. It just damages the reel, and it might break the line as well. So best to just not do it. You can still combine rods and reels and line the same way. You just can't really do that last bit of the reel drag, you know. That would max it out. Are you going to be posting your trip to South America? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited to. I unfortunately, and I've said this a few different times, but I unfortunately have these videos that I've been making for RF4. I have a trip to Alaska that I need to put out. I have a trip to England that from this past December that I need to edit and put out as well. And then Guyana will come afterwards. So I do have a few different trips that I still need to edit and put out first. But then Guyana will come out, and I'll have one main video, and then I might do some separate videos of different parts just for fun. I know I have one story that I probably won't be able to fit into the main video, so it'll probably be a secondary video. We'll just have to see. You think South America should come before all those? Yeah, possibly. Ben L. Oh man, thank you, Ben. Stream is struggling. Oh, we got one right at the bottom there. Are you serious? We got a trout or something. And a little Arctic char came up and grabbed it at the end there. That's funny, dude. All right, maybe the pike are gonna go to bed here. Let's go ahead. Start the engine back up. Let's go get our stuff ready. You transitioning to RF4, just fancy a change from Fishing Planet? Yeah, I mean, the thing is that we're a fishing game channel. You know, we play all fishing games. I know it seems like we focus on some more than others, and I think it's just because there's more depth to it, and there's usually more players that play certain games versus others. Fishing Planet being one of them. There's a large player base that plays it. And in Russian Fishing 4, there's another large player base, but more spread out. Not all of them speak English. It's just, I don't know how else to put it. There's so much to know in this game that I'm honestly kind of hesitant to get too much into it, because I feel like there's a lot of people who know a lot more about the game than I probably ever will. But I'm gonna try. Like I said, we're gonna try it. We're gonna get into it and give it another go. Give it another go with the beginner series. We'll see. I'm not sure if we'll do any good at night. We might do better going somewhere else and fishing for bream or something in the meantime. But let's go ahead. We'll do a loop. Let's go ahead and start the trolling motor. And point it in the right direction. Then I'm going to get our rod here. We're going to put on that balsa joined there. Probably going to take the leader off. I don't think we need a leader. And there we go. And now we're going to toss that out. Let it go behind us a little bit. So that it can dive down there. And then we'll put it in the rod holder. See what happens. RIP RF4. RIP. Why RIP? Why RIP? When's the next Fishing Planet video? Great question. I don't know. I've got a lot of other things I'm working on at the moment. As I mentioned, I got 2 RF4 videos. I got a video going to Alaska, and I got a video to England, and I got videos going to Guyana. So fishing plans really not on the menu at the moment. It might be months. Oh, I meant the account. Okay. I was gonna say I don't. It's, gifting memberships now too. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. You think that's where the huge buckhouse sturgeon are? I know they have like just regular like beluga sturgeon and whatnot. I know they do have multiple beluga sturgeons, so it wouldn't surprise me. How many of these have we seen so far? it's gonna go through every single one of them. One last one. Is that right? All right, top notch. Thank you, Gerald. My goodness gracious, appreciate that. Any tips to catch snakeheads on the popper frog? No, not really. I seem to just catch them when I'm not even trying for them, so I couldn't even tell you. I catch them without even trying. You're from London though, so where we're fishing in the UK. Whenever we end up going, my wife is usually working with researchers in Leicester. So I usually end up fishing the canals in Leicester and thereabouts and whatnot. So I did try some other areas this time around because we rented a car and I drove around kind of fishing in some areas. But honestly, I never caught anything the entire time. I think I just didn't have a lot of experience fishing cold weather. Last time I was there, it was a little bit warmer, so I was able to catch a bit more fish. But I did go to a skeet shooting range. We shot some clay pigeons and met a guy out there, which is pretty fun. And then we also went out hunting for fallow deer with a game manager, and so got to hang out with him for a morning and see roe deer and fallow deer and just talk about hunting in England and whatnot. So it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. So that will all kind of be compressed into one video. I'm not sure I'll have much of the fishing just because it will just be me walking around not catching anything, but yeah, I'll have the other parts. If anything, it'll just kind of be a shorter video. All right, so we just passed over the worst part of the lake. Now we're finally getting into some good stuff. Though it is nighttime, so I don't suspect we'll catch anything even then. So foggy. So foggy. Look at the town, though. The town seems so alive and happy for 1 o'clock in the morning. Heard they taste good. What, snakehead? Yeah, absolutely. The only time, it's funny, I didn't get any snakehead while I was in Taiwan where they had a lot of snakehead. However, I had a hot pot in Chicago one time that had snakehead as an option. And so I was finally able to eat snakehead. And yeah, it was good. Good fish. Before what? Our RF4 account is going to get reset. We're going to start over at level 1 again and go through the tutorial and all that jazz. The game's just changed a little bit since we started our first time. So I wanted to give a new perspective for someone wanting to get started in Russian fishing for the first time. And we're going to do like a beginner series. Might just put out a bunch of videos, maybe minimum editing and all that sort of jazz, and just kind of have fun with it. Learn as we go and allow people to follow along. The fact that YouTube didn't alert me makes me... The fact that no one alerted me about your birthday makes me angry as well, you know? We're both angry about things. That's okay. I would have the light on, but we're just looking at fog. It's so foggy here. You're fishing the Admiralty Pier in UK in 2 weeks' time. Sea fishing looked up. Quite a famous spot in the UK if you like sea fishing. Aiming for some conger, eels, and sea bass. Hey, that's cool, man. That's some cool fish. But you're here now. Would you ever stream on Twitch? We used to stream on Twitch. I'm not sure how many followers we have on Twitch, 1,500 or something like that. But yeah, we just don't go on there. It's just, I have to change up the stream versus if I'm streaming on YouTube or if I'm streaming on Twitch. Like, my streaming software is different for each one, so I have to have it set up in a specific way to work properly, and it's just kind of a hassle. Not to mention that there's fewer people on Twitch than there is on YouTube to watch the videos and everything like that, so it's just, why would you put forth the same effort just to get less out of it, I guess. So that's why we kind of stopped live streaming on Twitch. It just really wasn't worth it at the end of the day. Facebook should have said something to you. You know, that's a good point. It should have. I agree. You're a moderator for this channel. You get a message saying that? What? Yeah, my gosh, we are flooded with mods. Even Derek Malovich is in the house. You own the bowling alley. That's all I want in this world. I just want a fishing-themed bowling alley, sponsored by Bow Angles, and ran by Cat. That's one of my goals in life. They already have the animations. I've seen the bowling alley animations. The spare and some octopus like comes up and spare comes out of the bubbles or whatever. I've seen it. The fishing animations are already there. Just need to do everything else. Some aquamarine bowling balls, fish tanks. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. All right. Yeah, I knew this was a waste of time. We should have gone. See, and the problem is that if we leave now, we're really gonna miss out on a bunch. Let's go to Oldberg Lake. I know this is gonna cost us some money to do this, but let's just do it. Tattoo shop in the back room. Yes, indeed. So I do have these Sorrento rods here. We got pearl barley on there. Good deal. About this one. Good deal. Let's go see if we can catch some bream real quick. Sorrento 4 and 5. Good deal. So last time I was catching bream, it was out here. The spot may be off now, though. It might not be working very well. Let's go out here and give it a try. A few different spots you can go to. But I think it was right here, maybe? Question mark? Oh, it might have been right here. Okay. We're going to take our rods. We got pearl barley on there. I'm not sure what the distance is, so we're just going to fling it out there. That looks good. Looks good to me. And then we'll get the other rod. Aiming for that deeper water there on the map. You can see that. Wait a little bit, see if we can get any hungry bream to come along and take that. I do like that aspect of it. You know, on Fishing Planet, it can be kind of difficult to make sure you have the right rods for every single location, and it is very expensive to move from one location to the other. I mean, it cost me 7 silver. I have 209 silver at the moment. It cost me 7 silver to just leave Kuori Lake and go to here and just fish for bream. Like, literally didn't take much money at all, and it's quite easy to just switch different locations and try something else. And I mean, you have all of your stuff with you, so you don't have to mess with a home inventory every single time between different locations. You can just kind of go, okay, this isn't working, let's go somewhere else, and just go right into it. Do I remember you? I remember everybody. That's my thing. That's my thing. I remember everyone. Let's see if in the meantime throw on that steel leader. And maybe that Karuna Hunter again. And toss it out. Oh. Oh. Might still get snagged there. Saw those weeds over there and I thought that looked like a good spot to fish. Let's try that again. There we go. That's a solid cast. See if we can get any pike out of here. Of course, it's daylight now. We should be back at Kuori Lake trolling around instead of messing over here. You got sick today? Oh no. That's no fun. But yeah, there is stuff coming around. For traveling, RF4 is better. Yeah, that seems that way sometimes, doesn't it? All right. Now that I've wasted $30 traveling back and forth for 5 minutes of fishing. Most people they interact with. There you go. Autobiographical, huh? All right. So looking at this guy, I think we should be able to handle that. Let's put the that back on. Take the leader off. Oh my god, just click the X. There we go. Get back in the boat. Do some trolling here. Hopefully we can get into some decent fish. Turn. We're gonna have a Titanic moment here. Oh, that was a close one. All right. Did you have him? I'm sorry, I missed it. Trying to ask if I can rejoin the Discord server as I was forced to leave over a year ago, but he won't notice you. You were forced to leave. Why were you forced to leave? All right, let's see here. All right, number 1 rod. Start the trolling motor. Throw that out there. Big toss, big toss. Then we got our number 2 rod. Toss that out there. That in the rod holder, and now we just steer the boat and make sure we don't do anything stupid. Stay in the deep areas. There we go. Now we're killing it. I banned you. Well, is there a good reason to ban you? Better than paying 10,000 or more. I know, right? Any plans this weekend? Edit some videos. Play some 7 Days to Die with my brother and friend. Good friend. Yeah, other than that, no. Need to finish the last RF4 video that they're sponsoring, and then I'm gonna work on the Alaska video. I'm like 75% done with the script for that one, so I just need to finish the last 25%, record the script, and then start finding all the film and putting it all together. So excited to get that figured out. Yeah, and then I'll be one third closer to to getting the Guyana video out. Hopefully the devs can reset my account for RF4 so that we can start I can make a quick video over the beginning tutorial on getting started and stuff like that. But yeah. Oh, fish on. Oh, decent fish too. Let's go. So we have our friction brake maxed out here. Stop the trolling motor real quick so we don't. Oh yeah, look at that guy. Let's go. We got a little lake trout on here, I think. Nice. 2.643 kg lake trout. Good start to the morning. Look at that eyeball. Beautiful. The only thing, and I've told the devs this multiple times, the only thing I wish from the score screen is that we had that scale. That's one thing I really love about Fishing Planet, is that you can have that scale next to your character and see how big that fish is. I literally have to take a ruler out from my desk and go, oh, 47 centimeters. Okay, that's that big. Oh, all right, good deal. That's like freaking 18 inches, you know? It's not as good as just being able to see it next to a character. All right, let's toss that back out there. Toss that back out. Throw it in the rod holder and get the trolling motor back up. Good start, good start. And that's too much work. Exactly. Too much work. We went out fishing for the first time this year yesterday here in Canada. The water's finally thawing. Hey, top notch. Thawing ice. What we like at some point. I know the ice fishing guys out there, they like the ice when it's good to fish on. And then when it's not good to fish on, they're ready for it to go away. Minnesota Fishy, how's it going? Just bought the Amazonian Maze pack. Where are some good hot spots to fish? You know, I would recommend, there is one. Honestly, I would just look at, I have some River Monsters videos out where we go after different fish, and one of them is for an arapaima that is in the Amazonian Maze. That could be a fun little video to watch. It kind of has some clips from River Monsters in it, and also shows you where to find some unique arapaima. That could be a good one to go for. If you have the gear to go after the bull sharks, those could be fun to go for there. You got some options. Got some options at the Amazonian Maze. Triera is another fun one. You can use topwater lures to go after Triera. Yeah, the wolf fish anyway. Fish move around every now and then, so fishing can be very realistic. Even changes in weather and wind is taken into account. Yeah, exactly. Knowing how the weather and that sort of stuff can, and temperature, I guess, and how that affects the bite is big. I don't know it, so I'm just freaking trolling around here like a nincompoop and just trying my best. But yeah, if you do start to see, even if you wrote down on a note card, it's 7.9 degrees. I'm guessing that's Celsius. Outside. Not doing too hot, but the day that it's 2 degrees Celsius outside, I'm nailing them, slaughtering them. Well, then next time you go fishing, instead of going out to fish for trout or lake trout or whatever, when it's 7.9 degrees out, you might go over and fish for pike, which might be more active. It's just kind of knowing which fish go for what temperature, when they're more active, and also trying different spots. And looking at the Discord, because the Discord has other people fishing. They can share where they're catching fish, and then you can go out there and try that. Here we go. Fish on. Small fish, but it's a fish. Make sure my other rod's going. This is actually my weaker rod and reel combo, but doing the deed on this little guy. Could be a small Arctic char or something like that. Find out. I see it way down there. What are you? Oh, it's a little perch. Little perch went after this big old lure. That's funny. We're off our mark a little bit now. Don't sleep on fish brain either. Did you try the Norwegian Sea at RF4? I have tried the Norwegian Sea. Yeah, we did some live streams and videos on the Norwegian Sea. Quick question, what's the best way to catch eels on the Amazonian males? I've tried shiner and large minnows and no luck. Derek Malavich, just I butchered your last name right there. Malavich posted a link there. That could be helpful. Could be helpful. I think we had to catch quite a few eels for the cyber piranhas. I think anyway. So yeah, I think that could probably help. Is that game free? It is free. Russian Fishing 4 is a free game. It's only on PC, but it is free. So you can download it, give it a go. It's a marathon type of game. It's not a sprint. People say it's very grindy. The fact of the matter is, it can be very grindy if you don't catch the big fish. And you can stay up to date on where the big fish are, where people are catching big fish, if you follow their Discord. If you follow the Discord and see where other people are catching big fish and you go out there and use similar gear in the same area, there's a decent chance that you will catch that big fish as well. And those fish, like we've been getting, you know, this little guy, they might give us freaking 30 cents or something for that little guy, and we got like 200 XP. On the other side of that, if we caught a trophy version of that pike, we may get 7,000 XP. It's crazy the difference between catching a small fish and a giant fish or a big fish in RF4 is the XP ramps up crazily from 200 to 300 to 6,000, 7,000 plus. It's just crazy. Even small fish, bleak or something that's only 6 inches long. If it's a big version of a bleak, it's an 8-inch bleak or something like that, they'll give you 5,000 XP for that. It's ridiculous. So it's not super grindy. You just need to know where the big fish are, and you need to go out there and catch them. And following along with the Discord is a really good way to follow along and make sure you have the best chance of doing that, really. And of course, if no one's getting it, then maybe it will be grindy. You trying to find out where that big fish is, but once you catch it, you can put it on the Discord and everyone else will love you because you're that guy giving away the location for the big fish. Money-making fish in the game on Fishing Planet? Yep, very much depends on what level you are and what gear you have. That's why we always say follow the Essential Beginner series, and it's those videos are separated by level, so that if you're level 12, you look for the video that includes level 12. If you're level 28, you look for the video that includes level 28. That way you can go into that, watch that video, and know which fish to go for. Oh yeah. See, I haven't gotten to the point where I've needed to repair my gear yet. I've just been buying gear. I've been buying new gear quicker than I've had to repair gear, I guess, Max. Well, if we seem to only be catching fish in this 15-meter water here, we might just run through here. If we do catch a fish, we might just turn around and go right through here again. I'm not sure. Not sure quite yet. We'll wait and see if we catch another fish. If not, we might just leave. Might go somewhere else. Kuori Lake's not going to cooperate. Oh, there we go. So yeah, they are. Ooh, decent fish. Decent fish. Oh, I think we got one on the other rod too. See if we can keep it on though, or we lose it. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, he's taking out line. Nice, 2.662. Got him. This guy, oh, another decent fish. Ooh. Let's go, let's go. 2 decent fish in a row right in this 15-meter hole. I think instead of doing the full loop this time, we might just go into this deeper area, turn around, and come right back through it again. That way we can just continue going through this spot that keeps giving these fish. Keep waiting to see it come through. It's actually a pretty clear lake. You can start to see them coming up, even a few meters down. I think the boat engine's in the way at the moment. As soon as I mentioned I'm leaving, they came back. Here's a char, good sized char, or no, it's not. Thought it was a decent char, but no, it's not. It's weak. 495 XP. All right, let's toss that out. In fact, it's okay. Let's just toss it in there. We'll give it a go anyway. Go. Start the trolling motor again. I think what I'm going to do is go along out to here and then turn around and come right back. See if we get another one. Short little part there. See that one? I was going to say that rod just started bending kind of weird there. Smaller fish that aren't really requiring super strong rods or reels at the moment anyway. Might just be getting unlucky as far as the fish that are getting hooked up. Oh, it is another Arctic char though. Versus a perch. Little guy, little guy. I think I'm going to go ahead and reel that one in. And into, ooh, there's a little fish on there. What? Well, that's different. All right, we're going to turn this puppy around. All right. Toss it back out there. Rod holder, same thing over here. That way we're not spending a bunch of time going over water where we're not getting a lot of bites. You still play Fishing Planet on your free-to-play account? No, we kind of stopped once we reached Blue Crab Island. That was the whole goal of the series anyway. I didn't really want to go past Blue Crab Island. I have jam-packed full of things and I hate it. You weren't able to enjoy your day off at all? Jeez. As long as you're enjoying the game, that's all that matters. There you go. See if our shortcut option this time works. Will result in a quicker catch. Oh. No. Might have just curved the boat a little bit there. Thought I had a bite. You want to bed rot all day? Oh. And what? And watch movies or what? What's the plan there? That rod keeps bending, but I think what it is I'm turning the boat, so it's just kind of putting some bend in the rod. You should go to level 83 in free to play. Yeah, I just don't have the time for that. I'd rather be spending it doing a beginner series in Rush Fishing 4 or something. Or I have other videos I want to do as well, but at the same time, I've got real life videos I need to work on too, so. What you should know is there's no shortage of content. I'm not sitting around going, I wonder what video I should make today. I always have videos that I need to make. It's just that I'm not making them. Or they're taking forever to make. Or just the thought of making them is paralyzing because I know it's going to take a lot of work to make. There's just a lot that goes into it. I don't know if people just think that I sit around going, I wonder if people would like another free-to-play Fishing Planet video. Probably not. I don't do that. I have lots of stuff I already need to make. My hair looks like trash, and I'm paying my poor sauce because I have a funeral on Saturday. Oh no! Well, our idea of turning around quickly and going through the deeper area didn't work quite well. We're gonna turn around real quick. There we go. The pinky in his mouth. I wonder if they want the videos uploaded. Yeah, exactly. I have all of these free-to-play Fishing Planet videos made already, but I'm not sure people want them. Yeah, I'm not doing that, unfortunately. Well, right on, Franksta. Glad to hear it. You want more Phasmophobia with the boys. With the boys. I think Liam, you played with Liam the one time we were playing. Liam and I are going to play some Ale and Tail Tavern on Saturday morning. Liam and Zachary and I always try to get together for a morning of gaming, Saturday and Sunday. And Zachary's going to be gone Saturday morning, so I think it'll just be Liam and I. I think we're going to play some Ale and Tail Tavern for funsies. Where are we fishing? We're at Kuori Lake at the moment. And although we were catching fish, it's now very slow and we're not doing very well. Let's go ahead. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to change it up here. I'm just going to try to cast with this thing for a little bit. Reel this guy in real quick. Have you caught any big ones? We've caught a few different fish. I wouldn't say anything super big by any means. We've got, what do we got so far? Gotten some Arctic char. We've gotten a bunch of pike. Nothing super big though. Like I said, I think the biggest one was right around 1.5 kgs. So yeah, nothing super awesome, but let's turn this. I just want to turn this real quick. There we go. Oh, wrong rod. Oh. There we go. All right. You promise you won't murder me again? Yeah, as if I'm gonna believe that. As if. Wasn't sure this balsa lure would be sinking to the bottom, but sure enough it is. Kind of waiting for it to hit the bottom at the moment. We're gonna try to do a jig step with the balsa lure. My friend went after the angler died. Now I'm hooked on Fishing Planet. We have our own little Facebook competition community. Hey, well, right on, Pirate Pickle. Glad to hear it. That's awesome. All right, let's see if we can do a little jig step, little dance move. Not really prompting it for me, so I'm guessing I'm not doing it. Genuinely shed a tear when watching your angler video after playing a game for 2 years just to be informed that the devs just gave up instead of listening to the feedback made me sad. Yeah, no, it seriously was. And I thought it was a really pretty game. There were some things that needed fixed in it, obviously. And I was looking forward to them fixing it so that I could, I guess, get into it. Every time I tried playing that game, I just got frustrated. And so I was looking forward to them making changes. Oh, shoot. Forgot to change the retrieval speed. So that I would enjoy it more and make more videos on it. But unfortunately, it just never came. Never came. Bait balls killed it. You think bait balls killed it? See, and I don't think I even played by the time those were in it, so I don't think I really had to deal with that. Guys, I'll be completely honest. Bjorn has been barking for 2 minutes now, and I think I need to go get him. So give me a moment. Watch this halftime show. By the time I get back, it probably won't even be through.
These brands. Now take it away, Dwarven Pirate. Aren't you tired of not being a part of the ship of BC Hubbards? Well, are you? Support Bo and the BZ Hub by becoming a member today for only 2 measly doubloons. And if you're feeling extra generous, become a Hub Lord for only 10 pieces of booty a month. But if you've got treasure bursting from your pockets, become a Hub Master for only 20 doubloons a month.
And that's a great price.
And if you ask Bo, he'll say I'm cutting this a little short. What? Wait, is that a height joke? Curse you, Bo! Avast ye, matey! On guard!
And now, a glimpse into the future.
That actually felt pretty good.
Shamu!
You like that episode from John B.
God dang.
Because all this, and they keep getting views. I mean,
All right, there we go. So has the desktop audio been off this entire time? Jeez Louises. What has been going on? Is this kangaroo court? Let's mix it up. We need to catch some fish. It's too slow at Kuori. Too slow at Kuori. Let's catch some brown trout and grayling. I think I still have my this guy. These ones are good. I remember. Playing Fishing Planet for 6 years and gave up on the Fisherman 2 years ago. The only game I will not give up on. Yeah. Well, it's a fun game, you know? Definitely a fun game. Very weird style of fishing for these fish is you can reel in normal and then hold shift for a little bit to do a speed up retrieve, and it actually makes the fish excited by that. Oh, it didn't work that time. Let's just try bringing it in normal. You know, another style of fishing that I tried out when I was making... Ooh, fish on, there we go. When I was making the leveling guide was float fishing on Balea River. I threw on some flies, and it actually worked really well. And it was super fun because the fish would come along and they would grab the fly and the float would go underwater. And the float would float with the river, you know. So it was a good time. I enjoyed that. We've got... small brown trout, or is that a chub? I think it's a chub, actually. Well, I didn't think I'd be catching you. Trying to go for a brown trout. Fishing Planet will never die. Never die. It's like the 40k Emperor. Hi again, hi cat. They've revamped this map just before Christmas, added a couple new species as well. Really? Okay. Well, I know one of the... Ooh, my golly. That's a big fish. Woo! Golly. Look at it take line. What did we hook into, guys? Can you hear that? Ooh. Look at that reel spin. He is... I just want to know what it is. What did we hook into? He's taking out a quarter of our line. Oh! We might fight this fish for the next hour. This is the rest of the live stream is going to be fighting this fish. Do you think we hooked into a taimen? I was going to say taimen. Is it possible that we hooked into a small taimen, or is this guy going to be so big that there's no way we're going to catch him? The real sound is good ASMR, I know, right? I love that sound, though. Yeah, I want to run left, but he just keeps letting the line, like, he keeps coming towards us. The line tension just keeps getting so little. I'm worried that we're gonna lose them when the line tension runs so small. Try to inch my way up there though. Oh. Coming right at us. I'm gonna get to the end of this island, and then he's gonna get off. Ugh. Well, we've almost got him back to a quarter. But part of that's just running to the end of this island. Alright, we finally made it. This is where we can make our stand, one way or another. Dude is just freaking taking line. Line for days. Could be a brown trout trophy. If it is, man, my God, he is putting up a fight. Doing my real workout. I just know that any moment, it's just gonna go slack and we're gonna lose it. All this time. 5 minutes, 10 minutes from now. So he's taking us to half reel, almost. Okay, so we're past half reel. Feels like a whale, I know, right? And this is like one of the reasons why it was difficult to record videos for RF4 was because like, I don't know if this guy's gonna break off or what, so, like, I have to record all of this, right? Because at any moment, the line could just let go and I'd lose him, and if I don't get the film of losing him, then all of this fighting is for naught. I don't have that opportunity to even, like, build drama in the video before I lose him, you know? So, I could have 20 minutes of film recording a fish that I end up losing, you know? Dare I say, I think he's finally getting tired. Here, drag, you think I really... I'm worried because I don't want it to get in the red. Looks like we're one drag away from it getting in the red. So at first I was thinking if we could get him to a quarter line, like that would be big. But now it's just getting him back to a half of the line on our reel. If we can get him back to half the line on our reel, then that's a first step. And then it's getting him to a quarter of the line. Because I think at this moment, unless he starts taking line out, I think he's at half. We're at half the line on our reel right now. Now our next goal is to get back to a quarter of the line out on our reel. Just kind of slowly working that rod up to pull him our direction. And also looking to see if he's going in a different direction to pull in the opposite direction. But at the moment, it just kind of looks like he's just kind of swimming directly away from us. But he does seem kind of tuckered out at the moment. Which is good. Finally, after how many minutes of him pulling away and just pulling line after line, meter after meter of our line out, finally seems like we're actually getting somewhere. Of course, now listen to that. Just lost 4 or 5 meters there that we just spent 30 seconds trying to get in. Whew. Just a little bit went past that line there into the red, but we're still looking okay. All right. We're making our way to what's in between a quarter and a half. 3/8. We're making our way to just having 3/8 of our line out. Slowly getting closer to us. By the time we get him in here, it's going to be dark. If we get him in here. Well, let's stick to positive attitude. Don't worry, it can be in the red. Okay. I thought if I let it get in the red, people were immediately going to be like, oh man, you're damaging your reels. You know how bad it is to damage your reel in Russian Fishing 4? You're going to have to repair that now. So I've been trying to avoid the red. Alright, we're definitely past the 3/8 mark. Now we're aiming for a quarter. Like I said, the good thing is that he does seem tuckered out. Obviously, could get a second wind at any moment. But at the moment, this is the best we've been looking this entire time. Longest time it's ever taken me to reel in a fish in real life? Oh, not very long. I feel like, you know, you really have some long fights when you're fishing saltwater. I'd say the longest I may fight a fish, because I stick to freshwater fishing, is usually just when I'm like afraid of losing the fish. We kind of take our time and get it in. I know that when we were in the Amazon fishing lagoons for the Arapaima, they just kind of like, they have a lot of weight on them, so they can take out line really easily, even if they're not like doing crazy things with it. It's really easy for them to do a little 5-meter burst of energy and pull out line, and then you have to kind of pull them back to you. And then once they get back to you, then they freak out a second time and pull out another 5 meters, and that can go on for 5-10 minutes. Them just kind of like, oh, you got me, psych, and then pulling you out again. And then you just kind of do that. And like, we had our Amerindian fishing guide, and he would grab onto the line and try to get the arapaima closer to us, but then it would freak out and go again, and it just went on for probably 5-10 minutes of just that. It was all within 10 yards of us, but the fish just continually freaked out for 5-10 minutes. So yeah, fighting him for 13 minutes now. Okay, well, we are at the quarter mark. This is the best I've been feeling so far. Slowly working him towards us. I'm really curious what we have. One of you said that it could have been a taimen or an asp. Someone also said a trophy brown trout, possibly. I think it would be fun with our last night before resetting the account to get a super small taimen on the line. That would be super crazy. But a trophy brown would also be neat. I would be happy with that. Fight or flight? Fight or flight? I'm curious what it is too. Yeah, seriously. And it's getting dark now. Getting him to the 1/8 mark on our line here. Slowly working him towards us. Now I'm curious for those of you, like, as I'm fighting this guy, I'm like every once in a while like hitting the hook set again just to make sure the hook is still in it. For those of you who have played a lot of Russian Fishing 4, do you do that throughout the fight? Do you if you got a big long fight like this, do you every once in a while do a little hook set just to make sure it's still well in there, or do you just fight him at a certain point? You know the hook's in there and you don't have to worry about it. You think it could be an asp? I don't think I have cat. Never bother setting the hook? Okay. Oh, I don't have to worry about it then. It was worth asking, you know, if I lose this fish and I'm like, oh, you know, I was thinking about setting the hook throughout the fight, and then you guys go, oh yeah, I always do that. Every 2 minutes I set the hook again. And then I would have felt silly. Alright, we are at the 1/8 mark on our line here. Or 7/8, whatever, however you want to put it. We can see where he is out there. Although we still can't make out the fish. I think if we can get him right into this shallow water, we should be able to see what he is. Or they are. Whatever they are. Makes you giggle. Oh man, alright. Now it's looking good. Now it's looking good. Officially tired. Okay, we're starting to see the fish. It has black on its back. You might be right with the asp. I think it might be a big asp. And you know what my feelings are about that. No problems with that whatsoever. You're hoping it's an asp because it'll be a trophy or larger if it is? Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Oh, it's a brown trout! It is a big brown trout. Wow. Are you serious? It's not even anything special. It's just a regular old brown trout. That's hilarious. This is a record fish and a highly valued 8,784 total XP points. We can release it for an additional 2,927 XP. I'm telling you, But this is exactly what I was going on about. You know, when you play this game, there are so many fish that you catch that you only get like 300, 400, 500 XP. And then you catch one of these brown trout and you get 9,000 XP from one fish, and you just go, okay, if you've been claiming this whole time that RF4 is a grindy game, then yes, how many of those 400 XP fish would you have had to catch to make up one of these fish? 22. You would have had to catch 23 of those small fish to get the same amount of XP as this guy. Not to mention another 3,000 if we release him. I'm indifferent. We could do either. I'm not this account's getting reset in the morning, so we'll keep him. I'm curious what he sells for. Let's go see. Yeah, that's so crazy though. It just goes to show how light this rod is, because what, 3.6 kgs on the max drag there versus our current best rod that we have is 7.5. So that or the reel. So our current best reel is 2 times as strong. I would have made that fight 2 times as short. Crazy. 270 grams to trophy. Oh man, so it really was close. Surprise! Yeah, very light gear, that's for sure. That's for sure. Where's the darn cafe? Let's see if they have an order for a brown trout. They don't, of course. If we would have caught a big asp, of course that would have been a monster asp on that rod. But if we did, could have got 552 silver, but unfortunately we're gonna have to sell it for, I'm curious how much this guy sells for. Where are you, fish place? There you are. 37.58. That's still not bad. Shoot, let's just see how much all this, we could sell all the fish that we've caught so far over the past hour and a half and get 70 silver. We already made back all the money that we spent just fooling around, moving around to different places. That's awesome. It's not grindy for XP, but for silver, yeah. I could see that. I could see it. Alright, let's head to Oldberg. Let's mess around. Catch some bream. Catch some bream. So, let me get the music going back. I don't know why it stopped all of a sudden. And of course I was in the middle of that fight and I couldn't end the fight. I couldn't stop fighting that fish to get it in here. Oh, big pike on Oldberg. This is what I'm on about though. If you take a look, if you're like, if like right now we're gonna go to Oldberg, like I can go onto their RF4 Discord, click on Oldberg, and this guy caught this 12.251 kg, 32,000 XP. Of course, half of that was premium, and then he just gives all the stuff that he was using to catch it. The Blast Funky Minnow here. If we go out and buy this Blast Funky Minnow, go to the location he mentions, 4120 at Oldberg, speed 33, plus shift for the speed up or whatever, might have a decent chance of catching that big fish. But yeah, that's just kind of how it works. You can see all of them. All of them in here. It's really cool. The whole community is working together. Working together to get stuff. 1044, clip 1012. Let's go there. I don't have a cool ground bait or anything, but let's just go 1044. Let's see. Oh god. Way over here. Okay, so we're going way over here. Clip 1012, I'm guessing, into this deeper water. Let's see if we can get over there before the sun starts coming up. Running! Very little secrecy, yeah. Pretty cool. Are you resetting your account? Yes, indeed. I said I was sorry because lots of people have given me some really cool things along the way. Now I'll be resetting it to 0 again, but yeah. It's just the game has changed since last I played. Tutorials different, gears different, all that sort of stuff. You get lures and baits and stuff like that from level 1 to 11. There's just different things I want to show people by playing a beginner series again, so I thought we'd give it a go. Make a little less formal beginner series and just have fun with it. You have short, helpful tips for fishing in real life? You know, it's funny that you say that. I actually have my second RF4 video that I'm working on. Has to do with using RF4 to learn how to fish in real life. So, so maybe that video will help you. Honestly. Oh, shoot. I want to do that. Oh, I didn't even cast that one far enough. Whoops. Alright, and now we wait. Well, I had a ground bait. I guess I do have... Oh, I do have ground baits. Shock it. Yeah, boy. Oh, look at that. Fish on, fish on. Woo, decent sized fish too. On the pearl barley. Oh, good deal. Glad to hear it, Kieran. There we go. Oh, little baby bream. Little baby bream. I'm gonna reel this guy in and throw it out better. Alrighty. Give that a go. You have unlimited premium on this account? So, I should, is the problem. Yeah, I should have premium, but I don't. They unfortunately couldn't just put unlimited premium on mine for some reason. I don't know why. So they've just been adding premium to my account. And then if I run out, then I just tell someone and then they just add more on, essentially. Oh shoot, guys. Are you serious? Pro streamer alert indeed. I'm so sorry. God dang. All right. Now we're actually fishing. Sorry, I wasn't looking at my screen for the longest time. Discord fishing. Fishing for those compliments. This guy's way over here. What are you doing over there, you crazy cat? Might have our first like full-size bream on. That could be good. Is it slower than Fishing Planet or a different style completely? You know, the darn thing is that it shouldn't be a slow game. And you know, and sometimes when you play Fishing Planet and you get to a spot and you're trying it and you're just not getting any bites and you're like, what the heck is wrong? You know, why aren't there any bites and all this jazz? Well, same thing in RF4. If you're in a location and you're not getting like a bite, here we go. Full size one. You know, you're honestly just not in the right spot. You're not in the right spot, or you're not targeting the right fish. There's just a lot to it. there's a lot more depth of this game versus Fishing Planet. But you know, with that comes, if you do get good at this game and the things that you do in this game, it's going to be that much more rewarding when you do understand the game better. And starting from zero and not having much to your name, and then eventually having, you know, lots of rods and reels and hooks and lures and baits and all this jazz, and then also having the skills and whatnot, and leveling your character up and being able to use all this stuff, or being able to cook all this food for your character, or harvesting all this bait to be able to catch a fish and turn it into fish fillets, which you can use to catch fish. That's all about actually playing the game, putting in the time, and working that skill. Because you can see this skill is 21.6%. That doesn't go up by me getting a freaking skill point and putting it into this. Like, I can't put a skill point into this. Like, it literally goes up every time that I harvest worms. Every time that I pull out a shovel, wherever that freaking shovel may be. Of course. Can't use it because my shovel's in the premium thing that I should have. You know, I'm at 21.7 right now, but if I use this shovel to dig up some worms... There, I got 18 pieces of worms there. My energy is all the way down. It's going to take me some time to get all that energy back, but at the same time... I was at 21.7 and now I'm at 21.6. No, I can't remember. But that's how it works. You know, you actually do the work. You craft things, you craft baits, you know, craft the ground bait and that sort of deal, and then it levels up your skill along the way. It's cool. I enjoy that aspect of it. If anyone play World of Warcraft or anything, or RuneScape back in the day, and you remember just chopping down tree after tree or lighting hundreds of fires to level up your fire making skill or level up your fishing skill or something like that, very similar concept in Russian Fishing 4. You could literally sit there and craft oatmeal over and over and over and over and over again until your crafting is better. It's weird, but I do like that aspect to the game. 2 or 3 hour a day game, not a few hours a week, lifestyle type game. There you go. It's fun. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's different than Fishing Planet, and I enjoy it. You can play both of them at the same time, you know. Let's mix it up. Let's throw on... Oh, wrong one. Let's throw on some pea porridge. Maybe we'll get some carp at the same time. I'm gonna throw on probably a somewhat smaller hook. We could throw on some garlic dough. That could be interesting. At the same time, do I have Copper Lake? Oh, I do have enough gold for that. We have 18 minutes. Let's go to Copper Lake. Alright, so when we go to Copper Lake, we actually get a few different rods that we can use. They give us. We'll throw that in our inventory. Let's take a look at these. Pretty much everything we need. We just need to throw on some bait. I'm assuming the ones that I now have 530 pieces of egg dough are the ones they gave us for the travel. Let's throw on some egg dough on one. We'll throw... I don't know. Cottage cheese dough, maybe? Cottage cheese dough on another, and we'll throw... Sweet dough? Or semolina? I suppose? Let's mix it up. Run over here. Oh boy. You have pop-ups unlocked. If not, it'll be a wasted trip. That's fine. My account's getting reset tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter. I don't care. I did come here in the video. I have fished here before. Where's that cool chair? I know there's a cool chair around here somewhere. Maybe I'm dreaming this up. Alrighty, let's toss this out. Not far enough. Actually, it might have been. $15. That'll work for me. $14. There we go. So I will say, just using this this stuff, nothing special. I did catch a monster koi that I posted in the Russian Fishing 4 Discord. In fact, I might even be able to find it. It's in the video, so if you don't want to see it and you just want to wait till you see the video, then you can wait. And then it won't be ruined. But I did catch a good sized fish and I posted it. I posted it in the Discord so that other people could go catch it too. Well, I'm not finding it. Oh, we got jingle jangles. There are little fish that swim by too. Comfort bar goes up. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Pain in the neck to traverse around. Yeah, it's a maze, man. It's a maze. That's how it goes. He's really messing with that. From 2 years ago. Do you have any newer ones? Because I have made it to Everglades and the rod stuff you suggested for me isn't working to fish. Really? No, not really, honestly. I don't know what else to add. Yeah, boy. Oh my lordy. Just got a rare leather carp. This fish qualifies for 2 tasks. Hot dang. Wowie zowie. Wowie zowie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie artichoke. But yeah, no. The free-to-play series, the Essential Beginner Guide, that sort of jazz. That's really still the way to go. I'm not really sure. Not really sure what to add. Oh, I nailed that throw. Nailed that throw. Basscaster slander around there. See, I don't think it is the Basscaster though. It was in the beginner guide. It's probably something weaker anyway. I'm not really sure. I just can't remember what it is, honestly. Obviously max drag isn't a thing anymore, but all that stuff should work fairly well. You just can't do that last bit of drag, you know. You got 8 sections, you can only do 7. Boop 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 doo boop doo. Wish there. Here, we can do that. There, that'll work. Ooh. Getting nibbles, getting nibbles. Really sure what stuff I have unlocked. Skills, bottom fishing. I don't even have, I can't even use a hair rig yet, so we couldn't even throw on some artificial corn or anything if we wanted to. Real setup and it works same, just one drag. Is this my first tench? Let's go! I think that's my first tench in RF4. Maybe. I feel like it is. That's awesome. Top notch. We're killing it. We're killing it. So the semolina, I feel like the semolina is doing the best. Let's go ahead. We're going to toss that back out. Toss that back out, and I think what I'm going to do is actually reel these guys in and put the semolina on, since that seems to be catching the fish. That same middle rod has caught both fish so far. So if we go ahead and reel that in, put the semolina on. Or maybe they just like sweet baits at the moment, I'm not sure. That guy in, put the semolina on this one too. There we go. You got the classic hair, which is okay. You can use sinking boilies and pellets. Well, shoot. Okay, none of you get a bite yet. We've got 8 minutes. We're gonna go get something. Gotta run to this camp of hipsters. Where's the tackle store? There it is. Let's see what we can get. Baits. We get pellets. I don't know what size pellets to get either. They don't have strawberry pellets. Oh my god. Natural flavor red. Cranberry. There we go. Strawberry. Need a lead core leader. Alright. I don't know what size of leader I need though. It's 14.5 kg line. There's something around there. Huh? These are so expensive. We'll buy 2 of those. All the pellets are so savory. I have no idea. I'm just buying random things now. Can't use corn yet. Clay bottom here. What's the so what's the use of knowing clay bottom? Like, what do I do with that information? I'm new. I'm new. Tell me. Fill me in. I can't use corn yet though, huh? So, if we look at this, see, I don't have the skill to do the classic hair though. Pretty sure, right? Oh, I do. Okay. Nice. I don't have a feeder. And I don't have any carp hooks. There's so many things I don't have. Oh my gosh. Feeder, so we need a feeder leader and we need carp hooks. Oh, I'm learning so much right now. We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We're gonna do all this stuff and we're not gonna catch a single fish on it. We need a feeder leader. Feeder leader. I'm just gonna buy 2 of those. We're gonna buy some carp hooks. Bit of a rush job. Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more. We're gonna buy 2 of these. And we do have those pellets. I guess we'll just throw on. We have sinking boilies and pellets, I think. That we could do. We have that now. Carp hook, good. We can change this to pellet plus sinking boilie. What the heck? I thought we had pellets. Didn't I buy pellets? Why isn't it letting me do a pellet? Oh, maybe I didn't buy pellets. Never mind. Changing my mind. We're just doing... Should we do neutral pellets? What the heck is a neutral pellet? Just like original? Oh, here. There we go. Wow, that's a professional setup right there. That's gonna catch the biggins. Let's see if that catches one. Reel this guy in. Go big or go home. That's exactly right. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to see if it's what we need. The change we needed to catch the big fish. We can do the exact same thing with this one too. And I'm a master at it now, so I can do this with my eyes closed. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's gonna catch the big ones. Hmm. Ideally, you'd be using a dip as well. Which we don't need, like, we could use... Oh, frickin' frack. I'm running. I'm running. They have a strawberry dip. I'm going all in on strawberry. Strawberry extract. Oh, I got the wrong one. That's okay. All right, we're gonna throw that. All right, now I have a dip. We're going for that other deep spot over there. We'll give this an extra 5 minutes. I know. I've just I don't know. I'm really easily, like, I can just combine stuff together, but I've been playing on like a press account that has like everything unlocked. So I don't have to like look and see what I have unlocked and use certain things and, you know, go back and forth and whatnot. Usually I just have unlimited money and unlimited skills, so I can just get whatever I need. Little bit different when you only have a certain amount of money and you don't have everything unlocked. Need to upgrade your gear. Yeah, I don't know, J-Dogs. I really was thinking that this change would be what we needed. And the fish were going to be just flying in at this point. But unfortunately, it doesn't feel that way. We still have another 4 minutes though. Anything could change. You know, J-Dogs, what also could be happening if the St. Patty's event is going on is you could be hooking into snakeheads, and those would be maxing out your gear. The same thing will be happening on the 4th of July when the legendary or like historical snook start going into the freshwater areas. You will hook into those as well in the Everglades, and they will take all your line out as well. Three more minutes. Come on, fish. Yeah, something's obviously not right then. I'm not really sure. You might have to take some screenshots and put it in, put it on the Discord. So I can see what you're dealing with. RF4 is concentrating on fly fishing again. See, I chat with the developers at RF4, so I do know things that they're working on, though I can't say what it is. But it sounds fun, so I'm excited. Well, shoot, guys. I was really excited about this spot and using the upgraded carp stuff. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like it's making the difference. Maybe if I had it in the morning, it might have worked perfectly. But I'm not sure. Not sure at the moment. Anywho, yeah. But yeah, J-Dogs, go ahead and post some screenshots on the Discord so we can see what you're dealing with. And otherwise, this has been fun. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we're gonna try to reset all the accounts so that we can do a new beginner series on Russian Fishing 4, and I'm excited about that. We'll just see how it goes, but I'm excited you are all here. I appreciate you all being here, and until next Wednesday, take care. And as always, remember,
We're one famous.